Hello, so today I'm going to be showing you how you can make your own personal bookmarking bot with Notion and Chatthing. So obviously there's lots of bookmarking tools out there like Pocket, Raindrop, but none of them sort of ever quite hit the mark, and often I find myself adding links into them and I can never find them again. They're not categorized well. So basically it got us thinking, and we were like, well, what if you could use AI and Notion, which is a tool we use to organize everything else, to create a really cool personal bookmarking tool. So let me just quickly show you what we're going to be making. So this is our bookmarking bot, and then you can just paste a link in here like so. And then the bot is going to go and do some research on the link using its browse web page functionality. And once it's done that, it's going to use the info that it's found to create a summary of the link that you're adding, as well as categorize it and log the type of it back into a Notion database. So just give it some time to finish browsing the web page here. And then once it's done that, we can see it's now updating our bookmarks in Notion. And this is the information that it's added, which is pretty cool. And I'll just show you what it looks like in Notion. So there you go. You can see this is the new row that it's added in here, with the name, when it was created, the URL, the type, and then a category and a summary. So that's pretty nice. So I'll show you how you can make this. It won't take very long. So the first thing is you're going to need to create a database in Notion like this. So we've just added these columns here, but you could go further than this if you wanted to. Name's pretty self-explanatory. So just create a time and the URL. For type, we have added these different types here as well, so that you can categorize it like that. And then category is another form of categorization, where we have got these options in here. Again, you could add more or less of these. And then description is simply a text field. We'll link you to a template for this database, so you can just duplicate it. But that's all you need to do on the Notion side. So then if we go back to Chatthing, we're going to want to go to new bot like this, give it a name, write the welcome message. Hi, have you found something interesting? And then we're going to untick use our default prompt, and in the system prompts I've got one that I'm going to copy and paste here, but we can go through it. I'm just going to paste this in. So what we've got here is we're given the bot a role first, which is obviously, that's a very standard technique in prompt writing. So you're a helpful and friendly bookmarking bot who receives links, investigates them, and then based on what you find out, categorizes them and saves them into a Notion database. It's just sort of setting up the context for what we want the bot to do there. Then here is some sort of more specific instructions on how we want it to work when it gets the link. So whenever you receive a link, use your web browse function to attempt to get more info on it so you can categorize it better. You can also use the Google search tool to do the same. Don't worry if you can't get any more data. Do your best with the info you have, or ask questions about what the link is, if that helps. So sometimes, for whatever reason, it might not be able to visit a web page, or it might not be able to get the info off it, depending on how the page is built. So this just gives it some options there. So that's all we need to do here. And then if we go down to the model settings, you're going to need to use a model that can use power-ups. So any model that supports power-ups should work. But for this demo, we'll just use GPT-4o because it's got like the best sort of balance between price and intelligence, really. And I'm just going to increase this max context size and the Max message history as well up there. So we can click next. We don't need a data source for this bot, so we can skip that, and then we can click finish and go to dashboard. So we've got our bot now. The next thing we need to do is add the power-ups that are going to allow this to work. So let's start with the, so we go to power-ups, new power-up, and we'll choose the browse web page power-up and click create. We can leave all the default settings here. So we can just save that and then go back to power-ups again. Then let's add, so the reason we're adding this one is because when you give it a link, this is going to allow the bot to go to that link and get information about it. And then we're going to add Google search one as well, which just will provide the bot with another potential way to gain information on the link. There we go. We can leave the default settings again there. And then finally, what we're going to do is add the Notion power-ups. So new power-up, and the first one we'll want to do is save to a Notion database, and we'll click create. And then we're going to come down here to where it's got the Notion database to use, and we're going to search for our bookmark one. Bookmarks, there we go. So once you do that, you'll see it will use AI to come up with a better name and description. We can check that these are okay. They're probably fine, to be honest. The description's the most important part because that's what describes to the bot what this power-up is and how it should use it. The name is more just for you, essentially. And you'll see this when the bot uses it in the chat. So that all looks fine. Let's come down here, and then the only other thing we're going to want to do is we want to make all of these database properties required. So whenever the bot saves something, we want to make sure that it always adds in this information. You can also double check that the descriptions of each database property here make sense, because again, this teaches the bot how to use it. So we'll just tick all of these as required, like so. Oops, I've got my recording thing in the way there. And click save. Cool. And then the final power up that we'll add will be to query database items. So that's going to let the bot read the bookmarks that you've already added into the database and search through them. So again, we'll choose our bookmarks database. There it is. So again, it's added in this description. I think I'm just going to simplify that a little bit. It doesn't need to be that complicated. Just put search the bookmarks database like that. And yeah, we can save that now. And that should be everything we need. So we can now test our bot. So if we just open the bot here. Okay, so let's give it a try. We'll just put in chat thing again. Get rid of that. So we go to the home page. And it should go and visit chat thing site. And then once it's done that, it should hopefully use our new Notion update database, update bookmarks. There we go. And it's added it in. Category development, Chatthing is a platform that allows users to create AI-powered chatbots. Perfect. So there you have it. In about 5 minutes, we've made a really powerful bot there that enhances what you can do with Notion. Using the power of LLMs, and hopefully creates a pretty useful tool. In a similar vein to this, we've created bots that help you organise your physical post. So you can create a bot that has access to vision, and you can take a photo of your post, and then it can categorize it into a Notion database. It's pretty awesome. Maybe we'll do a video on that as well later. But if you want to learn more about this, probably the best place for you to go will be to the Chat Thing docs, and specifically the Notion Power Up. Power Ups, Notion. Have a little look in here about all of the different ones that you can use. But yeah, if you've got any questions, feel free to comment, ask us, get in contact. If you've got any great ideas as well, or there's a specific bot that you'd like us to demonstrate how to build, we're happy to do that as well. So anyway, bye for now, and thank you.